Optional.
But they didn't know. So, I mean, yeah, optional, but it wasn't on the school web page. It should still be on the school website, though.
Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Terrapins will kick it away to start. And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Complete to start this drive. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. From the shotgun, the inside give. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks one deep. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
This is a great play by the defensive back, and I think one of the hardest things to do as a DB is you're covering a receiver deep down the field, your back's to the play, and you've got to turn your shoulder, locate the football, and then swat it away. That DB did an outstanding job in coverage.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Pringle. Crosses the 45. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
The Terrapins come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Throws to the tight end. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass, it's Washington. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice. On that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Bringing the heat. Quickly to the tight end. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Maryland!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
They'll leave it with the lone back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Quickly out to the tight end. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
And they can't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they're not on the same page there.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking one back to the house.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Under fire. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Pressure coming. Makes the grab. It's going. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. They want to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Fires to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Maryland! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. And some room to work. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Tulane comes to the line needing less than a yard on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught behind the line. It's McClure. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Caught near the sticks. It's Lloyd. Turning it on. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Trying play action. Fires toward the end zone. Makes the catch. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Takes a snap, wants to throw. They will score! Touchdown, Green Wave! Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Auburn is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. And if that quarterback can find a little magic a la Cam Newton, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Wake Forest. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly...
Lots of running room. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, Terrapins. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Here's a heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. Pass to sticks him still on his feet. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's going for a big play downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is, look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run, safeties in line.
There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Wants to throw on 1st down. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lloyd. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Tulane didn't start this drive with very good field position, but now they've got a chance to operate. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long first down marker just short of the goal line. The corners are walked up tight. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Manning. Makes a move. He's on the loose. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Off play action on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. He's open on the right. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Washington. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. This time on target. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Terrapins in the hurry-up. Now on the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the 2nd half?
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the 1st half's winding down.
Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. This will likely be the last play of the half. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Washington. He picks it up, still on his feet. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. The give to the tailback. Runs through a tackle. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
I love you more. What's wrong with you?
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
If I'm a play caller right here, I'm a little bit frustrated. And I say that because I can't take a sack here. A sack might take 3 off the board for me. I got to understand the situation. I got to get the ball out, try to make a play, but most importantly, don't make a negative play.
From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in the Swamp. They're up by 7 over Georgia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And down he goes back at the 3. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him.
prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive, and to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Let's go. They'll go to the ground. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
On third down, he drops to throw. Quarterback moving, and it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Kick is in the air. And he muffs it. It's loose. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner's literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell on it.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Wide receiver going in motion. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production, but listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this...
Looking for a deep man. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I like quarterbacks that are being aggressive, but moving forward, if your guy's not open downfield, it's okay just to check it down to a tight end or a running back and take the profit.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. Dropping back, it's Washington. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Terrapins decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Going right to work up top. He's taking the shot. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
Knowing that your man can make the catch against his defender, that wasn't a big play, but it can set you up down the line to be able to take advantage.
Yes, get it to him as fast as I can. When I see him open, he runs the little hitch, get it to him so he can make a little bit of yards after the catch, and eventually that little gain, he's going to bust one of those with his athletic ability.
Tulane comes to the line, lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Here comes the option. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Snagged out of the air. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Smith takes the handoff. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
To the air, it's Washington. Snags it over the middle. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
The Terrapins are flying down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland! They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas. Keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws to the tight end. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys?
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Motion from the wideout. With jet sweep pass. Oh, he's got some space. And And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Max going for the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. On the run, still looking. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Auburn has the lead right now, but I'd hold off on that celebration over at Toomer's Corner for the moment. This one is not over. They're up by 11 over Wake Forest. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. A full dive to haul that one in.
Hey, man, on offense, we'll take them however we can get them. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. There was a pass deflection there, but a great job concentrating to haul in that play and come up with an explosive play offensively.
Yo, hold on. It's my TV just cut off. Hold on. All right, here we go.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like
going downfield for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
On fourth down, going to the air. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a